Hi, welcome to the part 4 of transition metal catalyzed homogeneous asymmetric hydrogenation. Before starting, I request you to watch first 3 parts of this series, then come to this part 4. So it will make easy for you to understand the next concepts clearly. So in this part 4, the first point is DuFOSS. In the part 3, we have studied about the DuFOSS. We know that DuFOSS is the phosphorus containing ligand. Now in detail, we are going to study about the DuFOSS. The DuFOSS was demonstrated to be highly selective for both E and Z isomers, and the products were produced in the same configuration in the rhodium catalyzed hydrogenation. So this DuFOSS ligand is used along with rhodium metal, so that together makes a catalyst, rhodium metal and DuFOSS ligand, and they are highly selective for both E and Z isomers. So if we take an olefin, both E and Z isomers of that olefin can be hydrogenated by using this catalyst, and the products obtained in the same configuration. So both isomers gives us product with the same configuration. So this is the specialty of that ligand or this catalyst. See, for example, suppose we consider hydrogenation of E or Z 2-acetimidocinamic acid methyl esters. There is a Z isomer or E isomer in presence of this rhodium and that DuFOSS containing catalyst. It undergo hydrogenation and we get product. In this case, enantiomeric excess is 99.6%, and in the second reaction, this is an E isomer undergo hydrogenation in presence of this catalyst to give product with 99.4% enantiomeric excess. Now, for a few alpha dehydroamino acid substrates possessing more than 2 unsaturated double bonds, good enantioselectivities and chemoselectivities can be obtained at the same time using rhodium DuFOSS complexes. Okay, now if our substrate have more than 2 unsaturated double bond, then we get good enantioselectivity and also chemoselectivity by using these rhodium DuFOSS complexes. Only the double bond conjugated with the carboxylic acid was reduced. Okay, now suppose if in our substrate there are 2 or more than 2 unsaturated double bonds, then only the double bond which is conjugated with the carboxylic acid will get reduced and other double bond remain unaffected. So this is chemoselectivity. Whenever there is a presence of 2 or more than 2 double bonds, only one double bond get reduced and another remain as it is. So this is chemoselectivity, and we get a good enantiomeric excess of product. This is an enantioselectivity. So in this case, both are good by using rhodium DuFOSS complexes. Now, what is the structure of that DuFOSS? So this is the structure of DuFOSS, and now we will see from where that DuFOSS name was arrived. The name DuFOSS is derived from the chemical company that sponsored the research leading to the ligand's invention, DuPont. So the chemical company DuPont had sponsored the research leading to this ligand. Therefore, that Du is came from that DuPont, and as the compound is a diphosphine ligand, so it gives us the part phos. So Du and phos together make DuFOSS. So please remember that structure of DuFOSS. Now, next point, asymmetric hydrogenation of substrates having aromatic heterocycles. So, see the structure. See this olefin. In this olefin, here there is a carbon-carbon double bond, and there is a presence of aromatic heterocycle. So, when we perform asymmetric hydrogenation of this type of compound, it is challenging. Why? Because the heteroatoms can often interfere with the desired coordination with the metal catalyst. So, this is the problem with the substrates having aromatic heterocycle, that heteroatom interfere with the desired coordination with the metal catalyst. Now, the catalyst rhodium phosphorylane complexes was reported to have high tolerance to these heterocycles. So, that catalysts having rhodium phosphorylane complexes was found good for such a type of compounds, that is the compounds having aromatic heterocycles. The researchers Burke, then Zhang and others have demonstrated that alpha dihydroamino acid derivatives possessing furanyl, pyroyl and thiophenyl moieties and other functional groups can be reduced with DuPhos, then Tangphos and ethyl kettlphos catalysts with no compromise in the catalytic performance. So, these ligands or the catalysts having these ligands DuPhos, Tangphos and ethyl kettlphos can be used for the asymmetric hydrogenation of the substrates having furanyl, pyroyl and the thiophenyl moieties. So, that was discovered by scientists Burke, Chang and others. See, example. So, this olefin having heterocyclic ring, there is a thiophenyl moiety. Okay, catalyst is rhodium based catalyst and having DuPhos ligand, it undergo hydrogenation and we get this product. So that product is there is a formation of chiral center as this carbon-carbon double bond undergo hydrogenation. Okay, now after formation of this product, it react with this boronic acid derivative in presence of palladium diacetate to give this coupled product. So this is a very famous coupling reaction, Suzuki coupling reaction, in which that bromine is substituted by this heterocyclic ring. So there is a attachment of this heterocyclic ring to the carbon atom to which bromine was attached. So the second reaction of this scheme is a Suzuki coupling reaction, and first reaction is an asymmetric hydrogenation. Now, some strongly coordinating groups, such as if there is a presence of pyridyl and quinolyl, may require the assistance of Bronsted acids to protonate the heteroatom. So now if we see this structure, there is a pyridyl moiety, so it require the assistance of Bronsted acid. Here there is the assistance of BF3, so it protonate the heteroatom. So after protonation, that asymmetric hydrogenation will be good. So again, catalyst is the having rhodium and the DuPhos undergo hydrogenation and we get asymmetric product, chiral product with 94% enantiomeric excess. Now, the cyclic substrates are generally challenging due to the restraint in the structures. So, if we want to perform asymmetric hydrogenation on the cyclic substrates, it is challenging again due to the restraint in the structures. Several cyclic chiral alpha amino acid derivatives have been prepared with good enantiomeric excess by asymmetric hydrogenation. See, that compound in this structure, there was a presence of carbon-carbon double bond at this point, it undergo hydrogenation. So we get a product with 97% enantiomeric excess. The catalyst was used this. Then in this case, the product is in 99% enantiomeric excess, and the catalyst used is the ruhedium, and ligand is BiNAP. So the reference used for this slides is a catalytic asymmetric synthesis, third edition by the Iwao Ojima by Ville Publications. In the next lectures, we will discuss the further points of this transition metal catalyzed homogeneous asymmetric hydrogenation. Thank you.